How's it going, guys? Third42 here, and this is my first attempt at posting a YouTube video here. This is Minecraft on the PlayStation 3, and this is just one of the worlds that me and a few guys have been working on now for, I'd say about the past 2 weeks. Really, it's just been me and my friend Corruptronics and my friend Swoopledo, and we've probably dumped around 20 hours or so into this build. It's right now it's just on creative, non-flat world, as you can tell. We're going to eventually have some people come in here, and this is going to be kind of a escape, survive, RPG type Hunger Games thing, with some adventure elements in it as well. But yeah, there's a couple things here from like Hogwarts inspired, I guess you would say. Like this right here is kind of a dining hall. I guess the purpose of this entire video here is just to kind of show off some of this stuff, and also just as basically a test to see how this video is going to turn out, considering that I have to do it on a cell phone for now, but at least I have a nice, pretty decent camera on the front of that thing. So anyways, here we have the dining slash sorting hall. Most of the stuff isn't finished yet. No furnishings on the interior. That's actually one of the more furnished rooms, even though there's really nothing in it except for some tables and floating candlesticks. Anyways, if we come down past there, we've got our nice little walkway here. Some of these entrances, like this right here, poorly placed. They were placed there before I had added this walkway, this, what's the word I'm looking for? Above ground walkway, above the water walkway. Anyways, this is going to be just another hall entrance. It's going to be kind of a big, grand, high-ceilinged, open room here. Here's just some password-protected door testing grounds. Really is all it is right now. Just a skeleton. But we'll go ahead and leave this outside, and we'll go ahead and go inside the castle here. We have to find one of the entrances. This is the easiest entrance to just the first floor. Nothing's done in here. This is just an entranceway. I'm gonna have a throne type thing back here in the background. Haven't put any work into it quite yet, but just a little bit of time, and we will definitely have all of this finished. The important thing is that at least the walls and everything are done, because you'll see a lot of these rooms, not even that has quite been finished. But again, like I said, it's a little bit tedious with only 2 people or so playing at one time. We never get a full team building, so it's can be quite frustrating when you can't find people to play with, or when you just have a different schedule like I do than most people. I stay up a little bit later and sleep later in the day than most of my friends do. But I'm actually going to try and turn off the HUD and the hand here so we can just get a little bit better view. There we go. I like that. Alright, so we're going to just walk up these nice stairs here into our open air little area, and I haven't quite decided what we're going to do here. I think we're going to put a wall coming up across there, but just haven't quite gotten to it yet. But we're going to go ahead and head out here to our secret hidden garden. Nice little area, got a nice little pond going on here, splash around in with the kiddos. It's always fun times. And you come back here. We've got our nice little walkway with the dual waterfalls, just to look fancy. Just to look fancy. But this leads right out to what will eventually become a seaport. We're gonna have a dock, nice couple ships, just some cool looking things, possibly a little archway connecting those 2 land masses. If you can just kind of imagine an archway across those 2 with some ships out there and a dock. Just a nice another little walkway. My friend Corrupt does some pretty cool things with walkways, and this actually, I guess, was done by my friend Swoop Plato, this section of it, but most of these interior walkways have been done by Corrupt. He really gets in there and carves the paths out that I'm too lazy to figure out. But we'll go ahead and head up to the upstairs bit. There's, again, really nothing going on. Oh, it's hard to see. There we go. This is going to be the chandelier room. Really no access permitted, just going to have the chandelier there, possibly some storage looking stuff, some crates and things. But wall that off, and then here's another little bedroom right up here. Leads off to a nice porchway. Right back here. Still have to put the walls and everything, all the facade on this back side. We'll go ahead and head up the third story, where we have just another nice big open room. This will probably be in like the king's quarters, where his big meeting table will be, and all his planning charts and stuff for his battles will be up on the walls and whatnot. Just some more little cool things. And then we'll head out this door to the porch. Oh, the skinny porch, the skinny porch. We head down here to a nice little... Oh, goodness, I might have to make that one wider. That was quite inconvenient. But this just heads right back out to that porch that we were just at. As I said, it's going to lead off from the king's little battle planning area. Let's just go ahead and fly back in here, because there's an easy way to get up to this next story here. This is a nice little wizard's tower. A wizard's sleeve, if you will. This is going to be the Archmage's quarters right here. Let me fly off and get some perspective. Kind of hard to see with this small camera, but there we have those. Swoop and Corrupt have convinced me to trade most of this wood, the wood stairs for the roofing, change it to stone like these to just match everything else. I agree. I think it'll look nice if it all matches, but if you guys differ, if you guys like it with the wood and the stone differentials, leave a comment or something. Anyways, we'll go ahead and head right down here. We have the chaplain's chambers, I guess is what you would call it. Not really a chaplain, but just a priest type person for the kingdom. We've got our magic side over and above, and this is just where the, I suppose, religious aspect of the kingdom is kept. Will be this area right in here, and all of this. Ooh, I got lost. Like I said, this is very, very easy to get yourself lost in, because none of these paths really like to connect yet. So we'll just head on out of there. Anyways, that's about the gist of the castle proper's interior. At least all we have done so far. Here's another little section of wall with a walkway. Leads kind of out here, nice little veranda area, and then we'll head over here to an actual finished porch area. All of this will hopefully have tables and benches and crates and boxes and all sorts of things to make it look like people have actually been putting it to use. Goodness, that is terribly dark in there. Let me get something out here to help with that. I just need to get over here. Oh, never mind. Oh, goodness. Okay. And this is why I needed to leave those daggone HUD and the hand displayed up there. Okay, let's try this again here. Sip, 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 sip. Boom. Now, here we have kind of the Mage's Training College, if you will. It's going to be populated by all the court mages. They're going to go there for training, so imagine vast, grand, high-ceiling library, a lot of spell books, a lot of beds up here towards the top. It's going to be peaked by a stained glass flame that I have yet to finish, but you can kind of see the beginnings of it there. And of course the bottom is still not yet to be finished, but we have kind of a waterfall dealy bopper going over here that looks like crap now because somebody has flooded it. But oh, a sword. Goodness. Now that's old banner, needs to be taken down, needs to be moved. We had actually not planned to have this anywhere near as wide as it has become when we initially started building. That's why some of this stuff is kind of, seems like it's tucked away, hidden. Well, it's not supposed to be, and won't be by the time we're done. We'll knock all that out of there, move it somewhere else. Hopefully here soon we'll have somebody join us, because this is sad and lonely. Being on here talking about my lonesome is quite depressing. Anyways, we got a nice little, as soon as that cloud gets out of the way, get out of there. We got a nice little Lord of the Rings-esque, I suppose, tower. We do plan on building Orkthanc and Balad-dur, I believe is the name of it, two of the more famous towers from Lord of the Rings, one of which is more commonly known as like the Sauron's Tower and Sauron's Tower. I guess they're both more commonly known as those. One houses the Eye of Sauron, and one is just Saruman's little bitch temple. His little bitch temple, where he raises the orcs, sir. He raises them, he does, out of the mud. Anyways, like I said, this will eventually be a adventure map, and so we've decided to put a giant signpost with actual lettering spelling out all the various locales where, like, sort of the bigger, more important areas to visit while playing the survival mode, or adventure mode, if you will. So, right now it just says ARM. It's supposed to say Armory, but I didn't finish it. We've got some more stuff, I guess, actually, to show you over here. I forgot about this, the most important bit. We'll head down here. See, when we have this adventure mode, we plan on having 6 people running it, and 2 people being admins. So the admins need easy access to some of the traps, and, you know, just to add elements of fear and stuff, you want them to be able to rush in, slam a door next to somebody, and, you know, be gone instantly. So we've got some hidden entrances throughout here. This is actually the hidden entrance number 1 into the dungeons, and right now it is actually the only entrance into the dungeons because we have yet to tunnel out and make any entrance proper. But this is where the adventure RPG mode is going to start. You are going to be down here, locked in cells, all 6 of you in separate cells, and in each one of them will be some way to either open this door, just some way to escape out into the dungeons proper, where from then on you will have to complete quests by finding books such as this, Rotten Remains, and then just, you know, reading the book. Inside the book will tell you, give you hints on where to look next for important items, or, you know, just what to do in general. Give you some little hidden stuff like this little chess piece back here that you might not see unless you came in and explored after looking at that quest book, which tells you to come in here basically and pick up this hay. And while picking up all the hay, you'll see that right there, and also underneath one of these hay blocks is going to be a hidden chest, but it has not been put in there yet. Here's another little cell, just nice little straw bed to lay your tired bones on at the end of the day. But yeah, this is about all we have really done so far. There is actually a really hard to find, what I would call an Easter egg down here. I've got it opened up right now, but normally a person would have to, it takes 2 people to open this. One, to stand on this pressure plate, which if you don't have a night vision potion, which they won't, will be almost impossible to see. So really just walking around until you find it and hear it click. And then you'll need somebody else to jump down there. Down there is actually a lever which will open a hidden compartment containing the chest. And since this is one of the harder ones to find, it actually contains some pretty decent loot for the 2 who come down here to find it. You know, everybody else is kind of SOL. You divvy the loot up if you want to, or, you know, you guys found it, enjoy it. But we can just close that up there. If you come down here, also, there's also a hidden chest down this well. But if you fall down, you will definitely drown, because the current's pushing you down here. It is impossible to get back up without drowning if you miss that first platform. So just kind of keep players on their toes a little bit. And, you know, I'm a cruel cruel person in real life. So these kind of things are right up my alley. God, I hate this. Come on, just there. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Baby Jesus. So yeah, that's the gist of what we have built so far. Inside the castle anyways. And basically as far as we've gotten planning the story mode, if you will. But I'll just show you the few other buildings that we have done here, just in this brief little time that we have left in this video. I only want this to be about a 20-minute video. Like I said, this is just a test video. I highly doubt I'm really going to get any views, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hate comment for me using the phone as my only means of video input. But you know what? You guys can deal with it. Hopefully here soon my friend Swoop and I will be able to afford a game capture and do this the proper way, but as of right now I just had the burning in my guts to at least get on here, post some of the stuff we've been working on, even if it is with I wouldn't necessarily say poor video quality. I mean, give me a break here, guys, sheesh. But it's definitely not up to like professional standards by any means, or even acceptable standards in. If I were to put this out there and say, hey, this is a real video that I posted, put some time into, if you guys could tell, this is just a slapdash attempt just to show you guys some of the stuff I'm working on, and also just to get a feel for talking and showing stuff. It is actually extremely, extremely hard to sit here and come up with things to say and not sound like an idiot. It's really hard to not say every 5 words. That's for sure. So that's something that I really need to work on, really need to bust that out of there. But we've got, see, there it is again. We've got the start of a church here, built by my friend Swoop Lado. It's going to be kind of a corrupted church that actually, spoilers here, I highly doubt anybody watching is going to play this, but this church actually is the epicenter for all the corruption that's happening to this kingdom. But you don't find that out until way, way, way later in the game, where you're going to actually have to travel down into the catacombs of this tower, or church, I should say. Kind of Diablo 1-esque, an homage, if you will, a tip of the cap to Blizzard and Diablo 1, which was a big influence on a lot of people my age, and even now, still, there's a lot of people playing those games. But we'll have a little marketplace flooded around this. Just some little shit stalls right now. I don't know why we decided to go with McDonald's colors for the roofs, but it's whatever. There's also going to be stationed all throughout this land will be little, what I like to call the Landbridge Keep lounges. Funded by the Men of Letters. If there's any Supernatural fans out there, that's also a little nod of the cap to Supernatural. But in this game, the Men of Letters are kind of a support group for the town. Basically, throughout your adventures, you'll come in here and there'll be helpful items, just right out in the open. It's a safe haven for you to go in, relax, just take a break from all the hectic action that the 2 mods are going to be throwing your way during this adventure. Also expect plenty of goods inside these stores. Can't necessarily say what they are just yet, but this food store here, obviously, so I imagine back there in the chest you'll find some food for your adventure, or even if you're in a pinch and you don't have enough materials to build yourself an oven. Well, there's an oven back there at the restaurant, or whatever you want to call it, the bakery, etc., whatever you want to say. And just one more building here to show you before we get off here. We have the very first building ever built in this town. That's why it looks kind of shoddy. It is the Tavern/Inn. So we come in here. We got a nice open floor plan. It's going to be real dreary, dark, kind of real shadowy corners and whatnot when all the lighting is set up, and we're actually running this thing for looks, not just with the sun up for practicality. Really, I would like to play most of this adventure mode during the night, so I will probably just set host options daytime cycle off while people are actually running it, just to add a bit of spookiness, you know. Of course, I'll randomly start showers, you know, maybe I'll keep the weather cycle on and just let it do its thing while people are playing through it. But I definitely want the atmosphere to be dark, dismal, scary, just real fun times to add to the storyline. Anyways, guys, again, this is Stardom 42. Sorry for the poor video quality, but if you guys did happen to kind of enjoy some of the stuff that we're working on, just hit that like button. Subscribe as well if you're gonna be patient with me. Here soon, like I said, we will be posting some real quality videos. We've got this whole thing lined up. We just need some funds to get those game caps and some video editing software that is actually halfway decent. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and happy crafting.